What's going on, you guys? And welcome to Jurassic World Evolution 2. I'm really excited to start this playthrough for you guys. You have no idea. I love dinosaurs. Absolutely love them. I really wish that, I wasn't born into this world, that I was born into that world on the screen there. Would absolutely love to have dinosaurs in my era. But, yeah, unfortunately, we find ourselves in the real world. God, it sucks. All right, so let's jump into the campaign. We're going to do DFW campaign, the Department of Fish and Wildlife. So more or less, fish and game. We're going to start with this campaign, tackle all of the problems that are going to happen in it. Then we're going to move on to the Dominion campaign with Biosyn, and then ultimately the Malta campaign. Afterwards, I'll probably end up tackling some of the chaos theory, and if I learn or relearn enough of the game quickly enough and we're able to beat all of these challenges, I'll then tackle challenge mode. And there's quite a few challenges here for us, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a few. Each of them with their own rewards that get unlocked by completion. As you can see, I've already kind of dabbled with Canada. I just need to unlock 5 stars on hard difficulty or above. Same with this one, gotta do on medium, and then I just stop playing at that point. This is where I left off. But let's get into it. We're gonna start, like I said, with the Department of Fish and Wildlife campaign, and I'm going to stay quiet while they talk.
Dinosaurs now roam free among us, but they must adapt if they are to survive. The world they find themselves in is evolving, unfamiliar, and dealing with change unlike anything it's faced before. To coexist, we have to accept that these animals share the same needs as us. Questions and debates continue without resolution. Opinions remain divided. Humanity acts and does so with honest intentions, even as they look to protect the prehistoric wildlife. But deep in the shadows lurks something much darker. Opportunists that buy and sell dinosaurs like they're any other commodity. Restoring balance comes at a price, and sometimes you gotta trust others, whether you like it or not.
But what's going on? I specifically chose the Department of Fish and Wildlife. Why is it sending me here?
Look at
Nope.
what you.
No, what happened? Let's go back to the main menu. I have no idea what just happened, you guys. I could have sworn that I picked the Department of Fish and Wildlife. And if I didn't, well, that just shows you how blind I am. But yeah, I shouldn't have been over here, though it could have been, and I just wasn't paying enough attention. So, the Department of Fish and Wildlife campaign, like I said, and let's get started with it. That's much better. Alright, so we're going to start with Arizona, and again, like I said, once they start talking, I'm going to mute my mic so that you can enjoy the voice acting. Well, it's not really voice acting if it's, yeah. I guess it still is voice acting when they're not actually on the screen acting, they're just using their voice. Okay, enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump into the Arizona.
Jurassic World. This is where our story begins. Scientific breakthrough without any consideration of the consequences. So nature did what it does and unleashed chaos. This time we were deeper into the illusion of control, and the chaos brought something much worse. And for a moment, we remembered how precious life is. But time has a funny way of softening our memory of what it's like to lose control. And ambition. Ambition is a persistent thing. For the dinosaurs left behind, time was becoming immaterial. From miracles of science to assets destined for exploitation. Perhaps it's time we reflect on the true nature of nature. An endless cycle with one goal: survival. And this means that dinosaurs and humanity will have to find a way to work out their differences.
Well said, Dr. Malcolm. Well said.
To us, a desert is a wasteland, devoid of anything but the most extreme examples of life. But creatures once thrived in these lands hundreds of millions of years ago. Given the geological history that we're dealing with, dinosaurs walking among the tumbleweeds isn't that much of a stretch. The current situation, where dinosaurs are running wild, is untenable to those in charge, well, those that think they're in charge. So we're left with a problem or an opportunity. This is where you come in. They've ignored my warnings before, but maybe this time with you, it's going to be different. I'm willing to embrace the uncertainty.
Not gonna lie, he kind of talks the way I talk, just a lot smarter.
Okay, I guess an introduction is in order. I'm Cabot Finch, Assistant Director of the U.S. Department of Fish and Wildlife. I know it sounds important, because it is, but let's not get bogged down in labels and titles and organizational flowcharts. I'll make this easy. You work for me. See, nothing to it. You'll be working with the experts. This is Claire Deering and Owen Grady.
And yes, we have first-hand experience with the dinosaurs. I'm the former operations manager at Jurassic World. Owen and I actually helped build the park. And unfortunately, we were there to witness its destruction. And this is Owen. He works with velociraptors.
You could call me a dinosaur wrangler, though officially I'm an animal behaviorist. I was just building a level of trust with them when this happens.
Okay. So we'll need to get a few things in place ASAP. Start with a response facility, equipped with both a Ranger Team 4x4
And a capture team helicopter.
Alright, so it says to familiarize myself with the controls. Left thumbstick on the PS5 does the movement of the camera. Right thumbstick does the panning of the camera. L2 to zoom out. R2 to zoom in. Touchpad to speed stop. 0.33. What? That's new. Used to just go to 0, but that's awesome. I guess it's a newer feature. I honestly don't know when they added that, but okay, cool. And then pause and unpause. Sweet. Now let's get into it. So the first thing we need to do is to construct a response facility. So we hit down on the D-pad, go to operations, and select it. Now it's going to have you place it within this blue box, at least initially with these, but later on you can place things wherever you want.
We are making excellent progress, so let's
It's
stay
just
focused.
This is just
Next
a basic
step,
tutorial.
building a backup generator. Then feeding the energy it creates to the response facility. And also make sure the building is connected to the path network. It only does us good if it's operational.
So I'm gonna need some getting used to the camera, to say the least. You know, it's nothing like Stranded Alien Dawn, which I've grown accustomed to.
Hey, Claire. We may have trouble tracking this dinosaur from the ground, and even more trouble if we're lucky enough to find it.
Then the sensible thing is to take a capture team helicopter. You can trank it from the air.
See? I like the way I think.
Thank you for interrupting me. I was trying to build an enclosure. But okay, let's go and capture this creature that they want us to capture, which would be a wild baryonyx. I've had a lot of run-ins with the baryonyx before. It's especially in our survival evolved and survival ascended. Alright, so it's probably right about... He's moving right above his head.
Reporting a miss.
Not a little bit higher. Okay. And right above his head.
Pass that hit.
That's a hit, and there. Nope, I need to lead him more. Higher. I almost had him with that one. Go ahead and stop. I think we need to hit about there. No, I'm not going to do this. Let's just go up here. There's a trophy for hitting a creature at a certain range, but I'm not sure if I've received it or not. I mean, I could have. I've just not paid attention.
Claire, this is Owen.
I copy you.
We have it. Capture
Yeah, I was
successful.
attempting to
I
go
knew
do
you'd
it
do
that
it.
time.
Never had a doubt.
Really?
Well, maybe one or two.
Well, it's better than usual. I'll take it. Now, where do we take this dinosaur?
We have the enclosure. We just need you to deliver.
Hey, don't I always? Wait, you don't have to answer that.
They're doing all the commentary for me. I don't know, maybe I should just mute my mic.
John Hammond was concerned about what would happen if dinosaurs lived in the wild. It adds a whole new level of challenge. And perhaps, opportunity.
Yeah, so let's take care of some of their basic needs, which is a food source, and the baryonyx needs rocks. So just throw some rocks around the base, and you'll be good. And make sure to throw one large rock in there, and we should be perfect. The next thing they're going to want us to build, if memory serves right, is an observation ranger post. Regardless, let's go ahead and place one in there now. And there we are. And then I can also assign a team. Oh, and I didn't assign that correctly. Add task to this, and now it'll always ensure that this creature's needs are met. Whenever it shows that the creature needs to be observed, it'll go and observe it on its own, which is something I really enjoy about this game. The automation of it, it's fantastic. And so it's got everything it needs. It's got food, it's
I
got all its
instantly
rocks.
recognize this dinosaur. Kind of hard to forget once you've been trapped in a room with one. We couldn't save that baryonyx, but we can certainly help this one.
Are they done? Okay. Man, this game's gonna be a little awkward with...
There's not a lot out there for the dinosaur to consume, so we'll need a feeder inside the perimeter of that enclosure.
Hungry dinosaurs make me nervous.
Can't disagree with you there.
It's gonna be a little awkward with the commentary. Man, you should have seen the resting bee face that was on my face just now getting interrupted
Good to
again.
go on this end.
Copy. Okay. We need to get a full assessment of the dinosaur's health. Utilize a ranger team vehicle. Owen will help you get a status of the animal's overall welfare. Then we can plan our next move.
We
Already
really
did
need
it.
that? A plan? I mean, I've always been more of a just make it up as I go kind of guy.
Tell you what, if this doesn't work, we'll try your way.
That sort of sounds like a plan.
Already did it. But thank you.
While we can't replicate what we had on the islands, we still have to do what we can to get the dinosaurs more comfortable with their current surroundings here in Arizona.
Sunscreen and drinks by the pool? How's that sound?
Are you seriously asking? Or pretend asking?
Okay, Claire, how about we add some preferred terrain to their pens instead? Better?
Alright, where are these trikes at?
We've got to monitor these dinosaurs more closely. That means setting up a ranger post inside their enclosure. It sounds crazy,
There they are.
I know, but this'll work. Trust me.
I'm getting reports of dinosaurs running freely around the facility, Claire.
The reports may be accurate, but they don't paint a complete picture of our current status.
Angry dinosaurs on the loose. What am I missing?
They're not
What are you
angry.
talking about?
They're simply acting on instincts. The more threatened the dinosaurs feel, the more hostile they'll become.
Especially if they sense survival is at stake.
But it is. Both theirs and ours.
Yeah, but only we know that.
Well, for now, anyway.
We'll start by tranquilizing one of the dinosaurs from the helicopter, and then have a transport team bring it back to the facility.
Great. Do it.
All right, let's go get it done. Man, they keep cutting me off like every few words. I don't know if you guys want me to just talk over them or if you're enjoying their commentary, but you know, having their added commentary isn't going to hurt.
Hit confirmed.
Let me see, what does one dart do? Does it take me to 100? No, it's only 69.
Shot missed.
That was too low. There we go, it's better.
Changing orientation.
I wasn't zoomed in all the way. Hello, you gonna hit the target or what? Thank you. I was trying to get the marker right there. No? Okay. I haven't fired a weapon in so long. There we go. Yeah, I'm not used to the fall of the dart. There we go. All done. They want me to build an enclosure. Alright, so go ahead and hit the transport button, select multiple by hitting triangle here on the PlayStation, finalize it, zoom out, and drag them all the way over here to this other enclosure
Asset to be collected.
that
En route to
we
pick up the asset.
didn't finish. Okay, yeah, that's right, they interrupted me while I was in the middle of building this. And I thought I'd completed it, but I did not. Uh-oh, nope. So, little bit of OCD, you guys. That's what I've got with this game. Little bit of OCD. But with these kind of games, a little bit of OCD is a very healthy thing to have, as it will ensure that everything plays out correctly. Not saying that if you don't have OCD that you're going to fail. It just makes life easier when you do have, well, at least these kind of games. Alright, there we go. Next thing is we need water. I think I'm going to place the water. Let me see, I could probably get some sort of viewing stations over here and some food, so do that. And I don't think I've picked these up yet. No, I have not. Let's see what they require for food. Hopefully it'll tell me. I know it used to. I think I might have to observe them though before it'll tell me. Yeah, it's not going to tell me until we get them over here and observed. I'm going to need to really get used to these controls. They're so much different than Stranded. I mean, the camera's pretty much the same. Ah, there we go. Speed up time. That'll work.
Asset
Next thing we
transportation
can
underway.
finalize over here is let's get... I guess we could do it that way. Sorry, I was contemplating if I wanted to do what I'm about to do right here.
Delivery has been completed.
Bringing the wall behind and then...
Delivery complete.
Yeah. Alright, so some observation is the next thing we knew. Next thing we knew. Wow, next thing we need.
Overall, I'd say our operations are improving. I'm confident we may get a handle on this yet. But
So we
I'm also
can start by
concerned,
doing that.
specifically about our biodiversity. Still, for now, let's focus on getting the
And then
dinosaurs
this.
safe and secure. as well as building some additional
Unless,
viewing galleries the DFW staff can use to monitor the animals.
I mean, that'll technically work. What's the range on this one? Hold on, I can easily check just by placing a second one. Okay, so it doesn't go all the way over. Oh, I can actually see the range on them now when I build a new one? Oh, that's cool. So it looks like they've done an update since I played this. Really excited about that. Wonder what else has changed. But let me know down in the comments section how the audio is. Let me know if if I'm overpowering them or if they're overpowering me, or if the audio mix is good. Like I've said in previous videos, I'm deaf. Well, partially. I've got a severe ring in my left ear that never goes away. From the second my eyes open to the second they close, that's all I hear. And that's about all I hear. My wife can talk to me while she's sitting on the left-hand side of me, and it will not register. All right, now, since I've realized that we can do this real quick. Start from right there. Just to get the place a little bit closer. What is this called? The path? Man, my brain doesn't want to work. I know this is called a path, obviously. But yeah, just trying to get the path as close as possible to the gate so we have more room over here for amenities such as food, water. Things for my people to do, my visitors, not my people, but things for my visitors to do. Add task. All right, let's go see what kind of food they want. I already know they're gonna need some trees. And no, you guys, not those kind of trees. They need forest. I think, unless it's changed. Yeah, could have sworn there was a forest option. Oh well. Alright, they want ground fiber. Easy. That's this one. And surround the water with the ground fiber. And depending on the species, you might have to add more than that, but that should cut it. And I'm going to add some...
With so many of the animals running free, our priority has to be capturing as many of them as possible.
more.
We can
but in the
coordinate
form
our
of
efforts from an
trees.
expedition center. Get one built, and we'll take it from there.
It'll also provide... You might as well just do this over here as well. I mean, it's both ground fiber and some of the larger trees, so that should be enough with the ground fiber. Let me take a look at these guys real quick. Missing open space. Do they have the entire area enclosed already? Missing open space. Okay. So let's go over to enclosures and let's give them some more open space. No. Pesky game. About there, then snap that into that. And there. That should be enough empty space. If they need more, I'll give them more. I guess they need more. Okay. Enclosures. No, not that much. That's bucket right there. Yeah, there we go. And then that. Is that enough? How much open space do you need? Ah, I see. More. Gotcha. And so I wonder if by removing some of this, if it'll count as open space. And it does. Okay, cool. Do not cover the entirety of your ground. And so the next thing we need is fuel. Resupply the fuel, and let's go ahead and top it off. We have a positive cash flow, so might as well use some of it. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this beeping sound by building an expedition. Now this is where we get to start to build things where we want to put them. I'm going to start by adding my expedition over here. Right about there. Right on the edge. You know, since we have an observation gallery here, I want to have a little bit of room over here for what they need. You know, let's get some power going. Put that in the back. All right, now let's get.
I'll be able to track the
This
dinosaurs,
going.
but some help would sure be appreciated.
All right, so it's for the
Claire tells me there
scientists.
are some candidates to recruit. Scientists. Hopefully you could find one as rough and tumble as I am.
So we got a 10 on
seeing
that
this,
first
Claire?
one.
Yeah, I sure am. This is our first live capture opportunity.
Let's not
Man,
miss
they're
it.
just
We should
no
assign
good
that scientist you just hired to
people.
the task. Agreed? Owen, you there? I think you're still muted.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
this one should be good.
Good idea. What do we got to lose? You know,
Okay.
maybe a new recruit.
And then, no, that's the database that I've. As you guys can see, I've spent a lot of time on this game. Only a few things I need left to do, honestly. I probably should read the upper portion before I decide on the bottom portion. All right, there's an incident alert. I show some dangerous dinosaurs in proximity to Las Vegas. 2 people have been injured. I need a live capture expedition. All right, so let's send a scientist to oversee it. Send positive influence. Yeah, well, let's send Bean. Bean can go ahead and do that job. There we go.
Before the remote capture teams return, we should have enclosures ready for the dinosaurs. Think of it as welcoming them back home.
I don't even know what I'm getting. So, fun. Alright, so let's go ahead and create a road as close as I can to these. And then do what they say, I guess. Get ready for some dinosaurs. And we're getting a stego. Let me delete those ones and we'll just drag it from over here. There, that looks good. Alright, 4 stegos have been found. Perfect. Give me some time. Alright, so first things first, hit that pause button. We have some designing to do. And we're going to start by adding in the... I guess we need one of these, so let's place one down. I already have one, never mind. I'll just need one over here. Yeah, I really need to get used to these controls. Facilities, that's what I need. Okay, so once we have our facility, too bad I can't, oh, never mind, there we go. That's not new. the angle snap. And then the next thing we need to do is put a road. After that, let's worry about the enclosures. Now we don't have to worry about the power quite yet. I will build another power facility over here. I'll just make it touch. That way we can draw the power from it. At least until we can get something that looks a lot better. Alright, so from this angle we only need to go about 2. And then this is probably going to be like one of our main pens. So a very massive pen. Yeah, that thing's huge. That's what she said. Man, that's a... Well, I hope that'll do. I hope we're not having to build a massive park here. I can't remember the tutorial. I played this right when it released, and you know, there was none of the DLCs yet, but I remembered that I loved this game, so I went ahead and purchased all of the expansions. I played them, let's see, once the final expansion came out, once the final expansion came out, I played all the expansions, and then after that, I waited until the final pack had been dropped, and then, you know, I went and bought them all, played a little bit. That was several months ago, like about 5 or 6 months ago, and I haven't played it since.
Assets in the air.
But we're picking it up now again so that we can familiarize ourselves with the game. Majority of
Asset has been
the
transported.
mechanics,
Asset delivery
the
confirmed.
controls specifically. And I feel like this is too shallow. So let's go ahead and expand their cage a little bit.
Okay. Who's watching who?
I'm not following you, Owen.
Well, it's just like the dinosaurs are always watching us, so shouldn't we be watching them?
Yes, we
Okay,
should.
the next thing,
Once we have the
'cause I'm
dinosaurs
just gonna build some
comfortably
power.
settled into
I
their
don't like that little
enclosures,
piece
we'll
sticking
need
out.
viewing galleries.
That's what I'm saying. Only, you said it.
So go to the enclosure, select. There we go. Next thing, we need a gate so that we can get in and out of the place. There we are. Afterwards, we're probably gonna have to build 2 of these. No, now that I think about it, we'll probably only need 1. Put it right there. And then assign to the post. And I can hear my cat outside meowing. I'll let her in here in a minute. Okay, so we're just gonna wait for him to do some observations so I can figure out what kind of food they want, and that should be it. Ground fruit and ground fiber. Okay, so they want 2 different things. Well, here's the ground fiber. And where's the ground fruit? And what else? Ground fruit, right? Yeah, ground fruit. Where's that one at? Fruit and nut. Oh, right here, ground fruit. As well as everything else and ground fiber. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and cover it up then. And there we go. Now we just wait for that timer to be finished.
Attention all personnel. Our weather report.
Let's slow down to normal
Owen.
time.
Owen, we have a real problem.
I'm trying, Claire, but it's just, well, this is who
look
I am.
Not you.
The detail
the
and the
dinosaurs.
scales, yeah,
Tell me
they've had
something
a
I
slight
don't know.
upgrade.
Okay,
Or
how
an
about
update
this?
Since the last time I played,
There's a
for sure.
massive sandstorm headed our way, and it
Yeah, I'm gonna
to
cut
wipe
them off real
out the
quick.
facility.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Okay. They interrupted me a lot, so I'm gonna interrupt them 1 or 2 times. And so we need to build emergency shelters. Build one here and build one over here. Right about there should be good. Okay.
Without power, the safety of the dinosaurs could be at serious risk.
Okay, listen to me, Claire. We'll figure this out. Have I ever let you
We're
down
gonna
before?
open up these.
Actually,
get our people into them.
No.
And I'm planning on keeping it that way.
Let's see
Everything
if
we
I have any
can do,
amenities
we
yet.
will do.
Nope,
We've survived
nope,
worse.
nope,
What's a little
and
sad?
Nope. Okay. Yeah, it's probably best just to put them in. You know what? It says visibility reduced, so they could probably have some fun. No, they're not. Where is the quick route for... Ah, here we are. Put him to sleep. Quickly.
I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty concerned about our current situation. As much as I'd obviously love to help out, I'm a little tied up.
Put him to sleep.
So, who's gonna protect the dinosaurs?
Put him to sleep
And our personnel.
as well.
Yes,
Alright,
of
cool.
course. I mean,
Did I
that
just
goes
say
without
swell?
saying.
I'm saying it anyway.
It's just,
What's
it
wrong with
would be a tragedy to lose these animals again.
Oh, good
And
times.
by tragedy, I mean huge financial loss. And obviously an embarrassment to
need
those in
to
charge
direct
of the
control.
DFW.
People such as
Get
you.
that fixed
Well,
immediately.
actually, exactly me. So,
Well,
how do we avoid
yeah, I
that?
know.
Okay, step one, round up the stragglers and get all the dinosaurs back into their enclosures. Then we'll work on our safety rings.
This good?
we go.
Yes, this is a plan I can support now and take
Alright,
credit
and
for
now
later.
we wait for the sandstorm to be finished doing what it's doing. Speed up that time. So again, let me know if the game's audio is overpowering me, if I'm overpowering the game's audio. Please, I need to know.
Asset transportation complete.
I'm too deaf to hear anything myself. Ah, yeah, that's right. Open shelters. Everybody out. Wait, what? Close shelter. Aha! Success. Alright, so that concludes Arizona.
Arizona was secure. The dinosaurs were safe. Finch and the DFW had what they needed to keep the bureaucrats off our backs. For now. But the future, that was something completely different.
So as you guys can see, I'm extremely rusty. Things that I can work on in future videos, definitely handling the camera a lot better. Getting used to the controls. Let's go ahead and exit to the main menu. We definitely work on the controls a little bit. Be a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. So it wasn't a bad introduction. I really enjoyed it. It was quick, smooth, headache-free. We still have several more to do, but thankfully that only took one episode. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there, you guys. We are getting close to, what is about 40 minutes or so right now? About 40 minutes, and I don't want to start another one just to have to cut it off early. You know, we're going to have to sit there for about 5, maybe 6, 7 minutes listening to them talk, And by that point, I'd only have about 10 to 12 minutes to work on the place. So I want to have as much time for these. I think Oregon, it's pretty easy. You just build the flyer pen, the aviary, and it's pretty much that. So that one's pretty quick. I think this one teaches me about newly captured stuff. So I might be able to put these two together. If not, this one's just going to be a very, very short video, as I believe this one was a little bit longer. This will be the longest of them. I might have to do a two-part with the California series, but that's Arizona for you guys. Pretty easy. Not too shabby. I do have a few more minutes here, so let's take a look at the dinos that we're going to have available to us throughout the series. I did mention that I went and bought all the packs, so I have all the dinosaurs, all the aquatics, which I'm looking forward to using these. I still need to place one of every dinosaur. I remember these. These are an arc. These are ruthless. And so a lot of these dinosaurs are familiar to me from Ark Survival Ascended and Ark Survival Evolved in some form or fashion, or through previous exposure to the game, or exposure to my love for prehistoric. I don't know what my favorite era is. I have a variety of things that I loved about the various periods: the Cretaceous, the Jurassic. I don't remember this being in the game. Did they release some dinosaurs without me knowing? Yeah, it's like a little bat. That's cool. I'm gonna have some fun. The Indoraptor and the Indominus Rex. Oh, good lord. Leopleurodon. These things are extremely rare in Ark. I remember these. You pet them in Ark and they do a backflip. Megalodon. You can't have an aquatic dino set without having the mighty Megalodon. Although, I'm not sure if I like the spots, and I think it should have like a slightly taller dorsal fin for its size. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Megalosaurus, the Sleepy. But yeah, these are all the dinosaurs that we're going to be playing with you guys. I do plan on having them all at some point. Even if we have to do a sandbox where they're all alive and I take off creature health spans and whatnot. But yeah, we have quite a few here that we're going to be working with. How do I exit? There we go. So, thank you guys for coming through. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I enjoyed making it. Like I said, I really, really love dinosaurs, so when I find something that I really enjoy, it usually goes better than not. But again, thank you guys for coming through. Let me know down in the comments section what would you like to see with this series. The audio quality, let me know. Like I said, if I'm overpowering the music and their vocals, or if they're overpowering me, that way I can adjust it. Thank you for coming through. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. You guys take care, you stay safe, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Later, guys.